Hello, I'm Julie Parton with Just Between Friends, here with Yolanda Prince. How are you today?
I'm great, Julie. How are
It,
you?
it's so good to see you. I'm so excited. It's fall, everything's happening.
Yes, it is.
So, we found out some really exciting news earlier this month, and that it's Yolanda won the Rockstar Award from Franchise Business Review. So she is cherished at Just Between Friends. We're just all very inspired by her and have a wonderful time together. But it's so nice to get recognition nationally. So, Yolanda, tell us a tiny bit about yourself and what you do in your family, that kind of thing.
Okay, let's see. I'm like a bio type stuff, that
Yeah,
type of
yeah.
information. Okay, so I'm
Anything.
from anything. Okay, I'm from a small town called Mount Juliet, and it's about 20 miles outside of Nashville. So I'm a country girl. Um, Grew up with several acres and barns and all that kind of stuff. My business background is in, I was a loan officer for a large bank for many years. I've also been a life insurance underwriter. And basically, I read medical records like all day long to determine their risk for, life insurance. And so I honestly thought that I had everything
Right?
that I read about, and it drove my husband bananas and my doctor as well.
So,
And so I transitioned from that to in 2003 my husband and I opened up an insurance agency, and so we've been doing that since 2003. We work side by side, all day long, and we both survive.
right?
So we work well together. My husband's name is Kelvin. Let's see, we we met at church,
Ooh,
and we dated for about 8 months, and then we got married, and that was 20 years ago. So
congratulations.
thank you. So you can find a husband at church.
You know what? We had a real quick engagement too. 2 months of dating.
It doesn't take a long time when you know. I mean,
I
when you
know.
know, you
Everyone
know.
says when you know, and it drives you crazy until you're that person that
Yeah,
knows you know, and then you're like, okay, I get what everybody's been saying this whole time.
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Perfect
So
match.
exactly. And you have 2 kids. Did you mention that? A boy,
Oh, I
girl,
didn't. I
teen.
didn't. Thanks for reminding me. Yes, we have offspring. We have two creations. So I have a daughter. Her name is Bria, and she's 10. And I have a son who's 13, and his name is Seth. And I love him a lot. I
Right.
love the family.
Well, Yolanda took over the Nashville Just Between Friends in 2016, 2017, was it?
Yeah, 2016, it was a brand new territory. So
Okay.
yeah, we started, well, I purchased the franchise in 2016, but the first event was March 2017.
Cool, cool. So you guys might be wondering how she went from new franchise owner to Rockstar Award recipient in such a short period of time. The summary of the whole situation, and I'll describe it, you correct me if there's any additional
Okay.
details that I left out. Before she was about to have her sale at the beginning of the year, a massive tornado that literally had lots of fatalities and just devastated the city, ripped through Nashville.
Yes.
And Yolanda's thinking, I don't know if I should still have my sale or not, but realized a lot of people in the community would need it anyway. So she
That's
decided
right.
to press on. But the surprises weren't done yet. And COVID starts coming to the United States, shutting down cities nationwide, and she didn't know if she would be able to have the sale. But taking a gamble, went ahead with it, ended up having a successful sale with thousands of donations in the end, supporting people in the community, all types of families getting what they need. And here we are now. Yeah? Is
Yes.
that
That about sums it up. I mean, there was
okay?
a lot of very exciting things that happened in the middle of all that. So the tornado hit like the week before the sale, and we were without power at our home. So we were without power for about a week. And so like you said, I was trying to figure out, should we continue to have the sale? Like, what are we going to do? And so I moved into our office, our insurance agency office, and I slept there every night, and I just worked like nonstop to try to like get everything together. And I communicated with our consigners, and they were still on board. And so we felt like the community was going to need us like even more. Mm-hmm. So that's one reason why we pushed forward. And yes, we made it to the sale, and things were going much better than expected. And then halfway through, I get pulled to the side with a sidebar conversation saying, don't take any more items because I don't know if we'll let you continue to be open. And for me, I was a bit blindsided because there's one thing that's very unique about JBF is when owners are preparing for a sale, and I'm sorry if I keep looking at you.
Oh, you're good. You're totally fine.
But when owners are preparing for a sale, like we are in this bubble, and like we have laser focus, and we are like, we're on our computers, but we're communicating with consigners, shoppers, we're doing posts, we're ordering tables, it's just a whole, we're designing layouts. And so we're in a bubble, and sometimes we don't even know what else is going on in the world because we really don't have time to, do anything other than that. So, I had heard that things were happening in other states with other sales, but COVID had not hit our state. And so it was really shocking, when they came in and said that. And so, yeah, each night it was touch and go. We didn't know if we would even be open the next day, but
in the end, you had the sale, and you were able. How many items were you able to donate to families in need?
It was over 3,000 items, and they were valued at around, I think it was like $11,000. We gave almost $400 to a local charity that was helping, with the tornado effort. So we gave our door cash. That was our way of trying to help in some small way that we could. And that charity was very appreciative. And both charities were very, very happy because when things like this happen, you would think that people would give more to charities, but in the COVID situation, like they were doing less, like they were giving less. So charities are really needing donations now more than ever.
Well, bravo on that. I love hearing that story. And I know that everybody remembers that season really well. Mm-hmm. And it hit us all in different ways, and not everybody was able to have their sale. And I'm just glad it ended up working out. And I'm glad that Nashville as a community was able to, receive some help in a much needed time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And we still, even with all of that happening, we had a lot of shoppers that were coming in because they were needing to replenish supplies that had been, damaged clothing and things from the tornado. And then, of course, we have our consigners. That's one way that they provide for their own families, the consigners that sell at our event. So it's really, it's a great community type event. It helps everyone in so many ways. So it's worth pushing through for sure.
Is that what drew you to Just Between Friends initially?
Well, I wouldn't say that is what drew me initially, because I really did not know a lot about JBF in the beginning. I didn't know that it was, I didn't know anything about it really. In Tennessee, there's one other JBF location. It's JBF Chattanooga, and Stacy Irvin is the owner there. And so in Nashville, I hadn't heard of JBF. So I didn't know about all the philanthropic, efforts that we do that I know about now. But I was looking for something different, and I think everyone reaches that phase in life where they're thinking, I don't know if I want to do this forever. Like, I have a limited amount of time on this earth, and you start looking at the remaining time, and then you start thinking like, what am I going to do with the remaining time? And so that's kind of when I hit a crossroads. Although I enjoyed working at the insurance agency with my husband, I mean, it was great to be able to work with him. And I did enjoy being an agent, but I still felt like there was something missing and that I had more potential that I could not realize in that role. And so I started seeking something that I could, that would mesh well with my personality, which is very intense, to put it mildly. But the great thing about JBF is you can hit it with such intensity and focus, but then you can take a break and regroup after the sale. And for someone who's wired like me, like I needed to be able to get off the train at some point, because I won't get off of it. I'll just keep grinding. So I happened upon the JBF franchise. I've been consigning since my 13-year-old was 2. So I knew about the consignment industry, here in Nashville, and I loved it. The first time I ever went to just a consignment sale, period, I was just blown away with I think I saw it from different eyes than most shoppers. I was just amazed at the whole concept of it. And I always wanted to have a sale, but I thought, I could tell enough to know that there's a lot of moving parts. I don't think a lot of people realize how many moving parts. I mean, it's like, you have a blank, 32,000 square foot building, and you're converting it into something on the level of a rock concert. Like there's nothing there. And then like the next day, it looks like everything has been there, like all along. So it's a lot of work.
Right. I love it though that you realize that. I really do believe that there's a space for all of us, and there is a place for all of us to be celebrated with our different personalities and strengths and weaknesses. And so I'm glad it's been a good fit.
It was absolutely a good fit. And I noticed that there's like a certain type of, we all JBF owners, we all have different personalities, but there is a thread that runs through all of us. And all of the women and men that I know that are owners, they are hard workers. Like they are very focused. They are, individuals who have a desire to continue to learn. They have a desire to continue to improve on the areas that are their strengths and their weaknesses. And you have to, every sale exposes something else about yourself that you didn't know. Like you may have been able to hide it. Oh yeah, you may have been able to hide it. Like for instance, I tend to get distracted. And so, when I was an insurance agent, somehow I was able to keep that distraction monster, in check. But when you have a sale coming and it's an event-oriented type thing, you can't be distracted.
Right.
You have to stay focused. So that part, that weakness in me, I've had to learn how to make major improvements. And like I said, you will find that in every sale, there will be something that you feel like you need to tweak about yourself and your personality to come back even stronger the next sale. It's great. It's great to build.
if I've noticed anything, and 2020 has given us all an incredible opportunity to just reevaluate and take a deep look at what we're doing. But out of the just between friends franchise owners this year, if I had to say I saw a thread run through everyone, it's tenacity and
Oh
problem
yeah.
solving. I've been shocked, impressed, and inspired just by the sheer innovation that people have had to come up with,
Oh
remarketing
yeah.
their sales, literally making decisions on a fly that affect an entire community. I've been really impressed by that.
Absolutely. And the other owners encourage me because it's sort of like we always exercise caution. Let me say that. So the decisions that we make are based on the information that we have. But I'm always impressed by other owners. They drive me because you tell them something can't be done, and somehow they figure out how to make it happen. Like even with this sale that I have coming up in October, we lost our venue. Our venue, which was at the fairgrounds, our venue was being occupied by the Metro Nashville needed it to help as part of the COVID situation. And so we lost our venue. And, I'm one of those people, I'm extremely honest and transparent. So I thought to myself, maybe I need a break.
Right.
This is God's way of giving me a break. And, I marinated in that a little bit, but then I started seeing other sale owners who had the same challenges. And guess what? They were figuring it out.
Right.
And so I thought, oh no, like they're figuring it out. I have to figure it out. And so once I made up my mind that I was going to have a sale and I truly in my heart wanted to have that sale, then everything changed. Every opportunity open that I didn't even see before. It's like it was just waiting for
Right.
me to say, I want to have a sale too.
Right. The universe is like, okay.
Oh yeah, I want to have a sale too. And
But
then,
if you're there, well, that's actually a great transition. I was going to ask you about where people can find you, when your next sale dates are, that type of thing. Tell us everything because I know we've already had people asking about the Nashville sale.
yes. So our next sale is next week. Yeah. And so drop off is Tuesday, September the 29th.
And so drop off would be for people who are going
For
to consign. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
consigners and sellers, and we still are accepting consigners and sellers, and we will do that on up till the day, but we prefer that you let us know.
Okay.
But on, I'm saying we will accept on up until Tuesday, a drop off. But then Wednesday is our pre-sale, and pre-sale is always exciting because that is the time that our team members, who are people who help with the sale, they come and they shop first. And we have like an amazing team, team leaders and team members that help me because I couldn't, like, it's too much. Like, I could not do it by myself. Like, I'm only here because of my Nashville crew, my rock stars in Nashville.
Right.
But, then we have the consignor shop. We have like special tickets, people can shop. And then we have our community pre-sale that has our first time parents, and we get to see all the little Prego moms and and the grandparents and things of that nature. And we typically have tiered times. So we are continuing that to make sure that, we maintain occupancy guidelines, that we follow all the safety protocols. So, we are monitoring all of that. We'll have all of that. And then on Thursday through Sunday, the 1st through the 4th are our public days.
Awesome.
And, that's when our public is invited in to come shop. And it's going to be fantastic. And then at the end is our 50% off sales. And, you can get tons of bargains. Like but you need to get there early.
Okay.
Like if you qualify for the pre-sale, go to the pre-sale or get a pre-sale ticket to get in there early. But if you can't make the pre-sale and you don't qualify, like you're not a first-time parent or teacher, military, healthcare hero, then you will want to go to the earlier days for the public sale.
All right.
Because,
And then after that, the things that don't sell is when the consigners have opportunity to donate, right?
Yes, they do. So all the consigners have the opportunity to either donate all of their items to charity or certain items to charity. They get that option.
Cool.
And a lot of them do. Many of them do offer.
Well, you don't want that stuff back.
Oh yeah, no, you want
to bring it back into your house. Don't do it.
Exactly. We tell them to price it to sell, right. And
release it into its purpose.
That's right. Release.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. And you can be found on Facebook and Instagram, the Just Between Friends Nashville sale, right?
Yeah, it's our Facebook. It's JBF Music City.
Perfect.
And it's that on Instagram as well, JBF Music City.
Cool. Well, congratulations again on your Rockstar Award. We're all so proud of you and really excited about this.
Thank you.
And I hope you have a great sale. I hope, just putting it out there, no natural disasters. None of that. Nothing crazy, just smooth sailing. That would be fun. But even if it's not,
good weather.
I know you'll handle it.
Good weather too would be
great. That would be good. Well, thank you so much. It's good to talk to you.
Good to talk with you as well.
Awesome.
I mean, it was great. I'm sorry I talked a ton, but
no, that's exactly what an interview is. Thanks, Yolanda. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.